The Fisherman and the Talking Fish. The Desperate Fisherman. Have you ever heard of a fish that could talk and change the course of destiny? Let's dive into a story of wisdom, choices, and magic that you'll never forget. Arjun was a fisherman who lived a simple life in a small, modest hut beside a lake. The lake was once a thriving source of fish, wealth, and prosperity. But for weeks, Arjun's net had been coming back empty. Each day felt heavier than the last, with his wife growing gaunt with worry and his children losing hope in the future. The lake, once a giver of life, now felt like a cruel illusion. Arjun's hands were worn out from casting nets, but exhaustion was nothing compared to his growing despair. In his quiet moments, Arjun would sit by the shore, staring at the rippling waters, wondering if the lake had abandoned him entirely. He felt the sting of failure, questioning whether hard work and hope had any meaning at all. Arjun's life was a testament to struggle and survival, but each passing day brought him closer to surrendering to the harsh reality that he might never find prosperity again. The strange encounter. One morning, just as dawn began to break, Arjun pushed his boat onto the lake, feeling like this might be his last attempt. He rowed further into the lake, his heart heavy with desperation. Suddenly, something shifted in the water. A shimmering, silvery glow appeared beneath the surface. Arjun felt his pulse quicken. In the net, he saw a fish. Not just any fish, but a silvery creature with eyes that sparkled with intelligence. The fish glowed with a mysterious light and looked directly at him. To his utter shock, the fish spoke. "O kind fisherman, let me go, and I will grant you 3 wishes." Arjun froze. Was he hallucinating? Was this some divine apparition? Or was his hunger playing tricks on his mind? But the voice was real, filled with an otherworldly calmness that pierced his disbelief. "Are you talking?" Arjun stammered. "I am the magic fish," it replied. "Grant me freedom and I will give you 3 wishes. But remember, wishes come with choices that shape your destiny." Arjun stared at the fish, torn between disbelief and curiosity. The idea of wishes, of magic, seemed like a fairy tale, but the desperation in his heart pushed him to believe. His wife and children depended on him, and this was a chance that couldn't be ignored. The fisherman's skepticism. Arjun glanced back at the shore where his modest hut sat. He saw the worn roof and the sagging walls, symbols of the struggles his family had faced. Could he really trust a magical creature? Could a talking fish really change the course of his life? "Why should I trust you?" Arjun finally blurted out. The fish's gaze never wavered. Trust is earned, and magic is not about tricks, but about choices. I was once the guardian of this lake, a creature of divine power, but now I am bound by magic and fate. Help me, and I will help you. Arjun felt a whirlwind of doubt and possibility. Could this really be a test of destiny? Every instinct told him to be wary, but hunger and the need to provide for his family pushed him to make a choice. Desperation clouded his judgment, but a flicker of hope began to rise. "Fine," Arjun said, his voice trembling but determined. "I'll take that chance." The first wish. With trembling hands, Arjun made his first wish. "I wish to have a net full of fish every day so that I can feed my family." The magic fish nodded, a golden glow radiating from its scales. "So be it." With a sudden, powerful splash, the fish disappeared beneath the water's surface, leaving only ripples that spread across the lake. Arjun's heart raced with anticipation as he rowed back toward the shore. The next morning, when he cast his net, it came back full of fish, a bounty that left him in disbelief. His eyes sparkled with tears of joy as he rowed back to his hut, fish wriggling in his net. His wife and children cheered as Arjun brought home fish after fish. For the first time in weeks, their home was filled with laughter and warmth. Meals were shared with love and stories, and the small family hut felt like a haven of happiness once more. But Arjun's heart was still uneasy. He began to wonder if this magic came with a hidden cost. What if the magic fish's promise had consequences that he hadn't yet seen? Greed enters the picture. As time passed, Arjun's life took a turn. His newfound success drew attention from others in the village. The fishermen around him became envious, and whispers of greed began to spread. Arjun's fame grew, but so did his pride. One evening, standing by the lake, Arjun looked at his modest hut and the lake stretching out before him. His desire for more began to consume him. "Why stop here?" he thought. "I could have wealth, status, and power." Driven by ambition, Arjun made his second wish. "I wish for even more wealth. I want a big house, land, and luxury." The magic fish appeared again, shimmering with a golden glow. "Your wish is granted." Suddenly, Arjun's small hut transformed into a grand mansion. His property expanded, his clothes became tailor-made, and his possessions were filled with extravagance. He had everything he had ever wanted: wealth, status, and respect. But instead of joy, a hollow emptiness settled in his heart. The community began to break apart, friendships eroded by envy, and the lake itself began to change. The fish became scarcer, and his net came back empty more often than not. The price of greed. Arjun's house was grand, but it felt like a prison. His wife became distant, the laughter in his home faded, and his children grew resentful. The simple joys of life were replaced by superficial interactions. The lake, once a source of prosperity and life, became a symbol of loss. Other fishermen stopped working together, suspicious and jealous of Arjun's wealth. The community was divided, and the lake's ecosystem began to weaken. Arjun began to feel a gnawing sense of regret. What had he gained? Wealth that brought no happiness, a house that felt empty, and a community that no longer felt like home. The fish returns. One night, Arjun stood by the lake staring into the dark waters. The magic fish appeared once more, glowing softly beneath the surface. "You have chosen greed over gratitude," the fish said, its voice full of wisdom. "Now you must make your third wish. Choose wisely, for this choice will seal your destiny." Arjun felt the weight of his mistakes pressing down on him. The regret and disappointment were overwhelming. Restore everything back to how it once was. A life of honesty, hard work, and respect, Arjun finally said, his voice steady despite his shaking hands. The restoration. The magic fish nodded. With a powerful splash, it disappeared beneath the lake's surface. The next day, Arjun woke up to find everything transformed. His mansion was gone, replaced by the humble hut he once lived in. The community came back together, working side by side with trust and cooperation. The lake was healing. Fish returned, and the ecosystem regained balance. The community thrived, working together to protect and maintain the lake that had once provided so much. Arjun became a leader, a guide, and a mentor. He taught the fishermen about respect, balance, and the importance of living in harmony with nature. The lesson learned, Arjun realized that true wealth lay not in gold, but in honesty, community, and sustainability. He learned that magic, when used wisely, could bring harmony and balance, but it also came with responsibility. He became a symbol of integrity and wisdom, teaching others that success was about giving back to the community, protecting nature, and fostering respect among people. Arjun's story became a legacy of wisdom, a story of choices that brought prosperity, balance, and respect, rather than destruction and greed. A legacy of wisdom. Years passed, and Arjun continued to guide the fishermen and teach the young ones about honesty, cooperation, and sustainability. The lake became a source of life, unity, and cooperation for generations. Arjun taught everyone that true magic was not in wealth, but in unity, hard work, and respect for nature. The community lived by these principles, ensuring that the lake remained a source of prosperity and a symbol of harmony. Magic is about choice, Arjun would say. It's about the choices we make every day, to care, to share, and to live with purpose. Arjun's story was not just about a fisherman and a talking fish. It was about community, balance, and the understanding that magic, when used wisely, is a tool for good, a force that strengthens bonds, builds respect, and creates a future worth striving for.